Alright, American Public Transportation Association standard emergency lighting system designed for rail transit vehicles. Alright, you got your types of lighting: power source, normal, standby, emergency lighting system, requirement, location, amount of light, power source, deviation, table 1. 3. Evacuating, measurement, test, preparation, testing, data collection, document, procedure, measuring illuminance for the emergency lighting, system reliability, operation conditions, maintenance, periodic inspection, testing, defecting, reporting, repair, record keeping. And that, and then you have your participants, instructions. Alright, emergency lighting system designed for the rail transit. Type of location, lighting and power source for the normal lighting illumination provided by the rail transit. Revenue operating generally power with the cars, auxiliary power system. Standby power may continue with the operation much normal lighting such the normal power unavailable. Standby lighting is simply provided with the main car battery activated to respond with a low voltage supply. Standby lighting is typically provided with a fixed time period or until voltage drops or some predetermined level 3. Rail transit vehicle lighting system has historically main car body for the power emergency lighting. The variety of the emergency lighting approaches are either normally include with some of the combination of the following: separate fixtures, not fixtured for the normal lighting, but their power with the main car with the battery, independent power source with the cap head of the storage and battery packs. Fixture power with a low voltage power supply, main car battery with illuminated with the normal and the emergency lighting functions. Fixture of the function power with the normal lighting system will also contain an independent power source to provide emergency lighting if the power is unavailable. Alright, 2. Emergency lighting system requirement. The emergency lighting system shall designate facilitate abilities passengers of the train crew with a member of the emergency response set, but they orientate themselves to identify obstacles in order to assist them safely move through and out of the passenger car. Light sources utilized to comply with the criteria section 2.3 should be electrically powered with an incandescent fluorescent illuminator. Electroluminescent light emitting diode or point sources. 2.1. Emergency lighting shall illuminate the following areas: passenger aisles and passageway, the door, exit control manual, releases the platform, steps, vestibule floor, near the door, emergency facility, safe entry and exit of the door, car diaphragm, adjacent area, stairway surfaces with include the step nose, edge ramp, tread landings, operating areas. 2.2. Amount of power. The table 1 contains the minimum performance criteria of the emergency lighting system of the various areas of the rail transit system. Powers with an activation emergency lighting system provide illumination levels required on the table 1 shall be the minimum will have the one of the multi-independent power source of the emergency and light fixtures shall have the activated automatic and should be energized continuously during specified in table 1, whichever is the car is the passenger so the normal lighting is not available. Emergency lighting shall continue the function after the standby power and any other stage of loading, shedding, and have been terminated. Batteries are used with independent power source of the automatic self-diagnostic modes. Drills designed to perform discharge to have the capacity storage. Discharge does not require self-diagnostic modules due to long cycle life counts or charge times. These independent sources shall be charged with a normal power source, but then shall be capable of operating in any orientation. Alright, 3. Evaluation, measurement, and test. To verify the design complying with the minimum emergency light level of the table 1A with the qualifications shall conduct with the emergency lighting system at least one representative of the car area within accordance with this section. Rail transit systems will retain a copy of the approved testing plan, describe the procedure pertaining to the measurement of reading with a copy of the test data with illumination level to measure the required location, along with the result of such test. Rail transit systems will contain and retain a copy of the test result of the new periodic test that is conducted with a representative of the car area that required as in section 6.1. Alright, preparing for the test with the following general factors apply to all tests. All emergency energy storage devices shall be in good order, fully charged with all battery load that may be applied with emergency conditions shall be identified the circuit. Breakers shall be set with those low with the door. Operator the public address system control with the headlights with marker lighters, marker lights, and etc. The normal presence of the revenue surface and energized during the emergency lighting test. So shall be conducted with the independent power source only. Any fees of the auxiliary over the source of the shall be connected capacitive storage independent power source of the device shall receive the maximum of a 30-minute charge for the main power. The testing shall consist of the functional test whereby emergency lighting fixture shows signs of the loss of the number of powers. All extra lights shall exclude the extent practical the meaningful of the data that shall be collected with the other ambient light with the eliminated almost completely with the errors being measured as an approach to the acceptable long of the ambient light with the reduced to below 0.1 FCs or in the area with the measure for the several method that can be used to eliminate ambient temperature light with the accurate data collection working at night with the car parked away with the bright yards, locating the car with the dark window shop, paint booth, the car wash veil with the marked windows, vestibule, roofing paper, the flooring paper, the similar opaque material, drape car with the opaque tarpaulins. When photocells type of the instruments are used, the car should be a temperature above 60 degrees Fahrenheit with the instrument operated in accordance with the manufacturer operating instruction. It's not necessary for the instruments to have the temperature compensation built in. 3.2 data collection. With the testing and illumination for the car, the record should be taken with the condition of the method of the being taken the test. Minimum information can be included: the number of the car, location where the test is conducted, an identification of the individuals conducting the test, date, time of the day, start and end of times, and marking the darkening in a car instrument with the U of the day of the last carbon calibration, whether they're equipped with the color corrective filter over the identification of the area of the test vestibule, azole passageway, the type of lighting fixture recorded with each of the fixtures were lighted, location of the reading of individual illumination level measurements taken. This information shall be contained in the test procedure documentation. Copy of such document is an acceptable record. 3. Documentation. The following information shall record condition fixture of the new and old, type of the reflector condition, cleanliness, wattage and rated voltage of the lamp, cold temperature, manufacturer model, number of the lamps, battery voltage, description of the reading, how the sensor is mounted, the duration of the test, the cabin interior, air temperature, outside ambient temperature. Alright, 4. Procedure for the measuring illuminance of the emergency lighting. So for the measurement of the emergency lighting, so for the performance should be taken with the spatial average of the immediate vicinity of the action point specified in the section. No single readings due for the spatial or average below the 0.1 foot candle. No dark spots are collided with the action points considered within the stand of the door. Existence of the armrest level at 25 inches above the floor of the level of the floor at the specified stairway step locations. 341 required equipment minimum sensitive to accurate luminance meter with the required acceptable measure instrument mill measurement that accurate down to the level of a tenth of a foot candle. It ideally provided at least 6.5 separations between the sensor head and the display with eliminating the effects of the shadow cast for the observer's body. Other useful equipment that work include the notebook, computer data logger, the computer capture data stream, luminance meter in order to determine the average luminous level of a small flashlight suitable for the reading of the instrument display without introducing significant additional light or stopwatch. 342 data collection. Time to evaluate a car emergency luminous performance reading should be taken at the start of the test and after emergency lighting is activated. At halfway point, again at the end of the final applicable time and duration, all data should be recorded. 3.4 required location measurements. Required location measurement of the instrument sensor for the generally placed for the floor where the light is bright, with usually directly below the light fixture with the exemption of the door exit release manual release of the location steps in the area that require the measurement of 25 inches above the floor. Take measurements reading sensor place and location listed in table 1. Use the adhesive supports if necessary. Observe the simply records of the reading and the use of the form. The sensor readout device, the luminous meter that should be held in the manner so that the readout device can read without the observer's shadow affecting the readings. 344 door exit and manual release instructions. Measures should be taken directly with the surface of the location of the door. The manual release for the surface of the instruction measures should be taken with the door exit manual release of the light meter with the sign correction accurate of 3% or better. Alternate as an alternate measurement that must be taken in the meter with a basic accuracy of 3% or better, but not necessarily accurate cosine correction. Sensor placed flat on from any of the point of the floor of the horizontal distance of 3 feet of the door control. Illumination value should be at least 5 times greater than listed in table 1. Alright, 344 operator error. The measurement should be taken with the direct of the certification, location of the door and control manual release surface of the introduction. Measurement should be taken with the door exit manual release for the light meter with the sign correction with the accurate 3% of the better. Alternate measurement that may be taken with the meter with the basic accuracy of 3% or better, but not necessarily accurate cosine correction at point with the horizontal distance of 3 feet over the door. Control illuminating value at least 5 times greater than listed in table 1. 3, 4, 5 doors, vestibules, diaphragms, and stairs. No less than 1/10 of a foot candle. Any of the measurement location remember at the beginning of the test of the no less than 600 of the foot candle permitted at the end of the test. Any of the measurement location. Measurement should be taken on the floor at each side of each of the exit of the entry, door, threshold, the diaphragm, vestibules, average for the 3 measurement that should be taken on the floor with spatial average collection for the cars and step of the non-level. The boarding of the measurement should be taken near the center line of the top of the bottom step. Averaging of these 2 measurements should be calculated. The interior stairway should be taken near the center of the line, the top of the landing step, in the middle of the stairway, the bottom of the landing. The average of the 3 measurement of the shall be recorded. Alright, 3, 4, 6, azole passageway. Because of the emergency light illuminating levels may vary within the car, the average base and at least 20 measurements should be taken and consider as equidistant layering rolls to azole center height of the approximately 25 inches above the floor to represent the mean luminous level from the car length. Sure, minimum luminous level. The reading is spatial average of at least 1/10 of a foot candle being of the test of the 600th of a foot candle at the end of the test. Measure should be taken whenever the location of the azole will appear with the darkest tube observer when the measurement recorded manually by the computer should be taken in manner the observer the shadow that does not affect the reading. If the measure represents system performance of the given part in the time along the battery discharge, the curve of the reading must be collected with a short time period, collecting the quantity of the reading. Measuring manually is difficult to accomplish quickly, therefore computerized data is collected method is recommended. Alright, 347. The multi-level of the car's luminous measure reading of the job. They take from the required location, the main level of the car, and on all subsequent levels of the multi-level of the car's low floor section, high floor section. For system reliability, emergency light system of the rail transit vehicles should be designed at least 50% of the emergency lighting fixture for the operating, notwithstanding the failure of any single light fixture for the individual sealed battery, captive storage unit, other power source. An independent power source making use of the firmware, software, and microcontroller shall follow the guidelines for the IEE 1558 2004 standard for software documented with the rail equipment and systems type 3 or higher. Operating conditions. Each main car battery, each independent power source of the rail transit vehicles will be capable of operating all the equipment at orientation 45 degrees vertical after initial shock with a collision derailment resulting. Individuals applied acceleration longitudinal 8 Gs, 4 Gs, lateral 4 Gs, vertical. Emergency lighting system components of the rail transit vehicle should be designed form normally in the presence of the mechanical vibration shock and then orientation despite electromagnetic interference and other functions. Alright, 6. Maintenance. 6.1. Periodic inspection and testing. Periodic inspection function tests should be made with the emergency lighting system, including all power source for the routine cleaning and light fixture components. Also should be the power of the rail transit system maintenance program. After the initial design functional verification test required in Section 3, this confirm the minimum illumination level duration of the emergency lighting system should be conducted no less than frequently every 8 years. It may be accomplished with a statistically validated document sample method on a representative group of cards. Corrective action should be taken whenever the test values are less than the minimum values stated in Table 1. Sealed batteries should be the independent power source of each of the emergency lighting circuit shall be placed at the interval specified by the manufacturer, not specified at least every 5 years. Capacitor battery based on energy stored in the device does not replace requirement. However, functional tests of the device should be conducted as part of the periodic inspection. Alright, 6.2, defective reporting, repair, and record keeping. The device of the non-operational emergency light fixture should be reported and repaired in accordance with the established local transit system procedures and operating equipment manufacturer recommendations. And then it goes in related definitions. And then abbreviation, summary of document change, and document history. And that was your emergency lighting system design for the rail transit vehicles.